What really bothers me, agitates and aggravates, is the fact that we're cutting the trees that are here to send overseas. And it's really bad when you see a clear cut. It's like our trees.
The wood pellet industry in North Carolina is expanding. Our communities are concerned. They want to know everything they can about this industry.
We're seeing natural forests being clear-cut just to produce wood pellet. In North Carolina, the timber industry has come up with a new idea to convince landowners that while they may have trees that are suitable for lumber production, they also may have trees that don't have another market.
But the corporations, Drax and Enviva, say that this is clean, renewable energy because trees regrow. You can plant more, cut down the trees, plant more, everything's fine.
The industry claim that's enshrined and written right there on the Enviva website is that switching from burning coal to woody biomass reduces greenhouse gas emissions by 85%.
Enviva is the world's largest producer of sustainable wood bioenergy, which provides renewable heat and power, replacing fossil fuels, reducing life cycle carbon emissions from energy generation by up to 85% on a life cycle basis.
That's not the reality. Burning wood pellets emits 150% more carbon dioxide than coal.
We'd be better off burning coal. And I know that's a weird thing for somebody like me to say, but in terms of long-term human health, coal is better than biofuel.
Cutting down trees is simply not carbon neutral.
The industry is telling politicians that this is good for the climate. It isn't. That the trees are going to be replanted. They aren't. There's no requirement. And that the trees are going to grow back and absorb the carbon that is put into the atmosphere in a matter of minutes from trees that required decades to grow.
The wood pellet industry had its birth in the early 20th century. Corporations cut down trees, forests, woods, and they say we're just using little pieces of branches and thinned wood and old stuff. We don't cut down whole forests, but they do.
You visited the plants, you've seen those stacks of tens of thousands, if not more, tree trunks.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, Jonathan, but it's important to not call them tree trunks. We take in tops and we take in limbs. And again, to the naked eye, wood looks like wood.
I've never seen a limb that tall.
Then they gather up the wood, put it on trucks, and bring it to a facility in which they dry it, grind it, and turn it into hundreds of thousands of metric tons of wood pellets. Then they are shipped to the EU and to the United Kingdom and burned to make electricity.
This is the culprit that's causing us to have issues. So. On Mondays, you can see them line up on both sides of the facility and on the outside of the road going in. I mean log trucks. Okay, so this was inside the plant, leaving the facility, and this was on a Monday that all the trucks were lined up on both sides of the facility trying to get in, and then on the outside, there was a long line, almost a half a mile down the road. So you can see those are whole trees, they're not scraps, and there's Enviva sign, so you know that that's where it is.
The impact of all of this production of wood pellets, of clear cutting and manufacturing the pellets, and all of that is on local communities that are right next to where this is happening. The impacts on your health, your well-being, your home are multifaceted, manifold. The people that we work with talk about their homes or their cars being covered yellow in sawdust. That, of course, can go through windows into lungs, along with the other toxic fumes that are coming out.
We deserve to be healthy, and we cannot be healthy if there are harmful chemicals being placed in the air every single solitary day. And Enviva tells you that they operate 24/7.
The wood pellet production that's gone on in North Carolina is definitely a cautionary tale for the rest of the country. It's no longer just a North Carolina issue.
The spread of wood pellet expansion is really happening in the Gulf South and in the West Coast and Pacific Northwest. I think we're definitely looking at what appears to be an uphill battle for curbing the expansion of the wood pellet industry. We are trying to stop that explosion before it starts. The Wood Pellet Forum has been an incredible convergence of academics, students, scientists, policy experts, scholars, all focused on this issue of wood pellets. Thank you all so much for being here at the 2025 Wood Pellet Forum.
In my view, this is the biggest underreported story in the climate crisis.
That the wood pellet industry is spreading like a metastasizing cancer. But you need to understand that that metastasizing cancer is being fought by antibodies of activists who are also growing in number. Where there is a disease, there is an antidote, and we are it, and the opposition is larger than ever.
Seeing young people fired up about this issue and ready to advocate for the rest of their lives, paired with seasoned activists and community members, oftentimes in frontline communities. It's everyone at the table.
I didn't start out as a community organizer, but I feel like that the passion that I have to educate my community and to uplift their voices and sort of to be a voice for the people is exactly what's needed in my community. Our communities are really concerned about the expansion of this harmful industry in their communities, but also how it's impacting their health.
Well, in Georgia, the wood pellet industry is rapidly expanding across the state. We have about 8 plants right now functioning, operating in small rural communities that are highly impoverished and that need some type of economic progress, but are being made sicker versus being made better.
Where I live in Gloucester, Mississippi, we have the Drax wood pellet industry. When they manufacture wood pellets in my community, it causes a lot of pollution. The toxins that are in the air are unhealthy, they are not safe, and the people in my community suffer daily. Number one, we should not have to fight this issue. We have to go and ask for the right to breathe clean air. We have to ask for them to enforce standards so that we can breathe clean air.
Our ultimate goal is to break the silence on biomass. C.S. Lewis once said, if you're headed down the wrong path, the most progressive thing you can do is turn around.